So the bee orchid is one of the best plant indicators we've got of climate change, because it produces seeds which are like dust. They can obviously be transported very, very easily, so it has the potential to migrate very fast. And what we've found over the last 20 or 30 years is it's progressively moving northwards. So we now have this map showing it all the way up the country, almost as far as Scotland, whereas even 20 or 30 years ago it was much further, its northern limit was much further south, and it's sort of filling in the gap, so it's becoming a much more common plant. It's turning up in sort of roadsides, disturbed areas, so it's around where people live, and it's got the most amazing flowers, sort of shaped like a little sort of pink and mauve bumblebee, really. So it's one of a Mediterranean group of orchids which generally use male bees to pollinate them. So they try to look like the bee, they try to smell like the bee, and they sort of flower at that sort of time when the males are just emerging before the females, and they're sort of preying on these lonely insects and using them to effect pollination. That said, the bee orchid actually self-pollinates, so it's not reliant on a bee to visit it to actually be able to spread, and that's one of the reasons why it's been able to colonise much further north, because it's sort of not reliant on the southern sort of insect pollinators, which perhaps haven't quite caught up with it in its sort of storm northwards.